Good afternoon. Welcome to OptionsTender. It is Wednesday, February 10th, 2026. So we're going to go around the horn on the major indices and show you what we were looking for. As of yesterday, we explained a possible reversal type candle, and I think that's going to be what happens today. And just wasting time off the clock, looking for jobs, data, and excuse for the market to move, okay? So we'll do all those on the daily time frame. And one thing that we didn't do yesterday was pay attention to the indicators on the 65 minutes. So we'll do that and look at the VIX as well. We'll make this fairly quick. And so let's jump into it. We have a much more thorough top to bottom video I'll post at the end of this video, and up above it should pop up here at what do we have at about 1 minute mark. So watch that video if you want to see the big picture of what we're looking for in this intermediate term. And then also we're doing this intraday almost 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to get these videos intraday so you can help make some decisions or learn, or you just want to support the channel, then consider becoming a YouTube member. It's 99 cents to get started. And it comes with the Discord and Cheddar data, Cheddar Flow data, and great camaraderie, trade alerts. A lot packed into $1 per month. And for $4.99, we do additional education and individual stock ETFs videos for you when I think they're important. So we have SPX now on the daily time frame. And what we were looking for, we put this level here yesterday, and it's right now holding as of this point. And if we dig in there just a little bit, and by the way, here was the former trend line, and not former, I still have it on my charts. Here's what we're looking at. And I know it's not super clean. We're using the body there, and you see price, is that above? Can we adjust it just a little bit so we're barely hanging on? Yeah, we're right there. So in order to get a bullish breakout, we want to see it above this resistance. And actually, this is a box that I have where price rejected a few times now, and is actually got to today. That box we need to get over and hold on to. So a lot of work to do for the bulls, but we'll see what happens. We gap up, gap down, do nothing tomorrow. We'll see. The setup is here. Got this nice big move, and we're looking for doji. It's simple as that. All right, I'm not going to go through all these indicators again. No need to. Nothing has changed with those. An NDX, here's a lot of things that we drew, and the big one is the retracement to the 50%. This is an important line. This is actually a zone. I can put two of these. You have a zone from right about here at about 25,300. And I like this one a lot, 25,200, because that's where price rejected hard each and every time here. So important area that we're in right now. Also, this is the back test of the ascending triangle. I know some people have this drawn up here as well. It doesn't really matter. It's an ascending triangle. Again, this will be a zone, right? And RUT getting up into the 786 retracement right now. So coming into resistance once again. DJX. This had the ascending triangle. We didn't get the reversal off of that candle, but we're looking for another reversal candle here. And there's a couple trend lines that we could draw that that cross with that. You can draw this one right there. You have a trend line that we're at right now. Okay, then you have confluence of a couple different ones. You can draw this one here. All right, and there's one from 2008 that you can draw as well. All right, so we're at some resistance here, and also negative divergence with DJX. And my favorite, looking at the VIX compared to SPX, you can see how important this area is. This is super, super important. You see how tight price action. I know there was a spike here. Tight price action's getting in here. You have this uptrend. If we are to be bullish, and I don't mean a spike through, but I mean bullish tomorrow on SPX, we need to see this thing break down and start to get closing daily prices below. And then I think, it's likely we break these lows here going into the dominant cycle low. If we hold this positive structure that we have here, we're going to see this move, and it's going to move sharp. And it is possible, I'm not sure if it'll do it on the first time, to get up to this 50 area. Okay, that might it might not spike like that. It might go up to this 30 area and then pull back for another move. We're starting a downtrend. That's what I'm talking about in the market, and so you should see nice big spikes here in the VIX as well. Right, going down to, well, you know what? MJ is getting a little movement here. Again, just peeking at that. It's trying to break out. It's held by the 200-day moving average right now. As soon as it gets above that, I think we'll have some liftoff. And this is starting to break out here. Tilray gave us a little effort breaking out. I think that's a better view. Start to break out already, so this could be your leading indicator. IBIT. So Bitcoin, still with that bounce type price action, I think it goes lower. We could close this gap and get into resistance first, but no real trade on this right now. If we go to SPY, let's go to the 65 and we can check out what we've been working on here. And this is the pathway that I've been looking at. Okay. So some people are drawing a diamond top. Yep, that's exactly what it is. But here, if you just take the peak to peak, we're rejecting off it over and over. Peak to peak to peak here. Try to break out, spiking, failing from there at the 887 retracement as well. It's the line in the sand. That's what it is. And I don't really like these moves anyway, so I would be wary of it. This went in a straight shot. It went in a straight shot up into resistance. I would be more inclined to have a pullback and then really start to rip and continue to grind to the upside, not a rip your face off rally that happened virtually 2 days. Okay, and so if and when this rejects, we'll see support right about 675. I think that will fail. We're talking about a wave 3 pullback, and I wouldn't look to buy this spot right here. I would let this go down, close the gap, maybe put on some call protection, and then look for that to actually probably get a meager bounce and fail. But I'm looking for about 660, and then now it's going to be choppy at that point. So close this gap, and here's our buy area. I know it's a big area, but we'll have to watch price action, see what forms, what pattern, if you get a diagonal falling wedge into support, those type things, and then we'll look for a nice rip your face off rally for a correction here before failing again. Okay, so here's our trend is up. We're above all the moving averages, including the momentum is holding on here, and this is pinching. So we're pinching. You can see exactly. So you have your downtrend and your 8 EMA. All right, and here's our indicators here, and here's what happened today. You had your negative divergence that formed right here. All right, we're starting to see a crack, a sign of weakness. We have our sell signal on the slow stochastic. All right, and this is starting to roll over. The MACD as soon as we get some red histograms, we'll get some acceleration to the downside. DMARC. Now this is one I wish I would have shown yesterday, but price didn't do anything yet, okay? So we have our 9 count sell exhaustion here. That's a great setup. And just a reminder, if you're new here, when you get your 9 counts, it usually causes some sort of either correction or a reversal. And it's not always right at the peak, okay? You had a 9 count right here and right here, went a little higher, then you got your correction, went a little higher, then got your correction. This one here was at the peak. All right, 913 right here, went a little higher, then got your correction. 9 counted it downside, went just a little bit lower. So these aren't perfect, but it gives you the zone here, and I love it. It works, it's fairly consistent. So a nice setup here as well for, at minimum, a correction. All right. We're looking for a reversal. Money flow. You get your money flowing in here up to the peak. I think this will, this might be the limit. Just like in a kind of a downtrend bear market or so, we're not going to make it here. I don't think we're going to make it back up to the top of the cycle. I think we'll cycle lower. That's just speculation at this point. There's no setup there. Your Bollinger Band starting to expand. You actually had your sell signal right here where you're overbought, and then it just started consolidating. So we'll see if we break out or break up. Elliott Oscillator, nothing really to see here. Had a new peak, no divergences, nothing that tells us. I bet you anything on a 15-minute that that we'd have that wave 3 into wave 5 there. And here's the VIX. See, quick video. So here's what we should expect from the VIX. You see the wedge breakout. We're getting some positive structure here. I imagine we'll have a nice big move to the upside and a new breakout, close some gaps. If we start breaking down and closing these gaps, we're going to all-time highs. As a matter of fact, that'd be very, very bullish, and we'd have a 1-2 setup, and we'll get into that if that starts to happen. So we do these videos as often as possible, almost each and every day. So hit that notification bell so you can follow along with this storyline, because everything adds up each and every day. So the way we trade, I'm a short-term swing trader. You want to read the information that price action's giving you. Play out the scenarios in your head. If this happens, then this. If this happens, then this. And then you're able to react, okay, off of what price gives you. So thanks for joining us here at OptionsTender. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the Discord.